Hey War of the Vision fans, this is Nashtaters. Welcome back to another episode of War of the Visions. I hope you guys had a great weekend. I had a really good weekend actually, but before we go and talk about that, let's talk about the fact that there's going to be a lot of news coming, and because there's so much, I most likely have to break this down into probably a couple of videos. So are you guys excited as me? Let's go ahead and get into it. So let's go ahead and do some house cleaning. First and foremost, the Friday Free Think episode actually evoked a lot of dialogue amongst the community. And I think that's the whole point. Whether I'm right or wrong, or maybe I'm talking about something controversial, the idea is to get people to talk. And there's actually no right or wrong, because opinions are just that, opinions. But to make it fair, I feel like the fact that we talked about something that is important and needs to be addressed at all times. Is the game truly closing the gap between free-to-play players and, of course, spenders? Now, some people thought we are slowly closing it, and others felt like it would never be closed. And that's fine. Here's the thing. With the EX25 job coming, the reset button essentially is being hit. And when that happens, beginning players are going to have to actually level from 1 to 120 for each unit they decide they want to make a decision to build. So that's exciting news because people love to level. After all, it is an RPG, right? But a lot of people felt that the gap will once again widen up again because of the fact that spenders are going to have a lot of EX units. I have to make sure I address this. It won't really happen because the game only releases a certain number of EX units every single week. And I truly believe not every single spender are going to be just going crazy and level them all up to level 120 just because they're released during that week. But again, that's just my opinion, and let's see what happens. Alright, now a bit of a personal news. Obviously, for those of you who follow my channel and support me on my streams every Friday night, I did not stream because, well, we had some engagement that we wanted to make sure we keep up in real life with friends and family. So there was a busy weekend for us. But the other thing was, I really felt like I'm hitting 1,000 subscribers, I was going to get access to the announcement board. I still don't see it. Maybe it'll be there sometimes today, but I want to use it to announce live, sort of, to players and communities, and of course the viewership on YouTube when I have something planned. Just relying on Instagram wasn't enough apparently because, well, if I only reach like 10 people and those 10 people don't actually watch my stream, it would seem to be a moot point. So hopefully I'll get access to the community button very soon. The thing is, I was reading that YouTube allows me to have access to that after I hit 1,000 subscribers. Some people say it took them a week, some people say it took longer, some people say it took shorter. I'm not exactly sure what's going on, but it's supposed to just be a feature that opens it up. So hopefully I'll get to use that feature very soon. It is that time again, Raid, and this week we're going to be taking on the Golem. Now I don't want to actually talk too much about it during today's news episode because I feel like this warrants actually an entire video, which I will cover in all details of the situation tomorrow's video. 1 year anniversary countdown, part 3. That's right, part 3 login bonus. Let's take a look at what's going on. I think we're anticipating perhaps not a lot of super free good items because, well, essentially we're dealing with Raid. And generally speaking, when they give us Raid, they like to give us items that's supporting the Raid. And I think it makes sense here. So they're giving us 10 large energy restore potions every single day. And of course, story skip tickets every single day along with our normal Visior accounts. So it looks like we're getting exactly the same thing every single day because Raid needs to be triggered by farming stages in the game. So therefore, energy is important, and of course, skip ticket is important for those of you who are sort of short on time. So I think this is a very nice touch because it makes perfect sense because the word synergy is being used. So for those of you who follow with the storyline, the main storyline, Chapter 12, Scene 3 is coming on March 10th as well. So look forward to that because I always look forward to it because I know we're getting 1,000 Visiors and maybe some rainbows. So that's always a great thing for us. So we're getting guild gift campaign. Essentially, you get 3 medals per day from each guildie that sends you gifts. Now, in the last episode, I believe, of Final Fantasy Brave Exvia's Frontline, They did talk about a new feature that's coming on the game in which the game automatically adjusts anytime we get these special type of deals. So hopefully we can test this out on Wednesday to see if that feature has kicked in. So Final Fantasy Exvius now is known as Universe, in which case Final Fantasy Brave Exvius and War of the Divisions are all part of. So they're doing a collaboration event, and some people don't really call it a collaboration since they're both from the same companies and essentially is being run by a lot of the same managers and producers and whatnot. Now there is a big video out there now where the producers of both games made like a 49-minute video talking about things. I'm not really going to go over that because I think people should be watching that on their leisure, and of course if they enjoy both games, it's something they should be checking out anyways. So just to kind of go over the brief points of this game, because I think we should be covering this most likely on Wednesday when it goes live to see exactly what is going on with this event. But I would like to just touch up on this situation because it does have some sort of engagement with the community in terms of giving a free item, and this event will allow us to earn the additional shards for that free item. First and foremost, this event will last from the 10th to the 23rd, and it's going to be essentially happening on both games, essentially a crossover campaign, in which case when we're clearing quests, it's going to have a count meter for both games. Therefore, when we reach certain milestones, we're going to be getting free items. Since I'm not really going to go over too much detail, since I don't really know the detail of the actual situation, I'm only going to kind of touch up on what the game is affecting us in terms of what we know, right? So we're going to be getting some things that has to do with the marble. Obviously, the tentacles, hearts, and dark crisp are going to be offered to us because we're going to be getting a brand new item. And that item is going to be, I believe, the emblem of devouring. Now, I tried looking on internet. There's no information released for this exclusive equipment item, okay? Now, they're using the word exclusive here, so I don't want to use the word exclusive anymore, but however, it kind of makes sense since it's only for War of the Divisions at this time. Collaboration exclusive equipment item. And you will be able to get the recipes and materials for this by probably doing the quest and exchange it with the medals, or perhaps the game while you're farming the event automatically gives you the recipes. We're not sure yet. We're going to figure all that out on Wednesday. Now it does talk about the 3 milestones. If we reach 300,000 quest completions, you get 200 visuals and some sort of illustrated wallpaper for Meshity, which personally I'm not really, big keen on those type of things. Milestone 2, you get 500 visuals and more guaranteed summon ticket AX1. That's kind of cool. 1 million quests, you get a UR guaranteed summon quest A1. Additional rewards will be determined during the live broadcast held on March 20th. So that's something to look forward to in addition to all the exciting news they're going to release to us on the 20th. Mock shop as I talked about, you're going to be getting rainbows, books, etc, etc. And of course, you're also going to get some challenge missions. Most likely that sounds like a bingo board to me, in which case you can earn more things. And I think that's what we're going to go into right now. Celebrating Crossing Path is a new UR Vision card that comes with this collaboration. And here it says you can acquire Vision card shards and items that can fully awaken and enhance the Vision card. Celebrating Crossing Path. I wish I had a glass where I can just kind of celebrate. Maybe some champagne, caviar, lobster. No, not really. I'm not really sure why they're giving us a celebration, but you know what? It's all good because it's all free. So that's what the exciting news is. This card is actually absolutely free. Even though it's limited, it is free. And so there's no reason for you not to work on this card. Celebrating Crossing Path. Before I kind of go into the details of this situation, let's just make sure we read this correctly. Claim the Celebrating Crossed Path UR Vision card from your present box. Boom, log in, you get it, done deal. Party ability, all elemental attack up. Sounds good to me. Bestowed effect, acquired JP up. Sounds good to me. So it looks like this is more essentially a JP boosting card, right? And I think that's great because we really need those JP for our units because there are so many skills for each individual unit. And of course, when that grid opens up in EX Shop 25, we're going to need a lot more JP. I think this is a great card to get everybody for free. The last part of this, special week really, is the fact that, look at this. They're adding new unit shard drops in Chocobo Expedition. Now, it does say Dwayne and Frevia unit shards will only be available during this period. Now, here's my speculation. Anytime you see something like this, there's a chance that Dwayne and Frevia will return in some sort of banner on Wednesday. Don't take my word for it though, because this is just my speculation. But why would they offer these sharps in the Choco Expedition? Without offering these units. So I think it's a great opportunity for those of you who missed out on these units. By the way, they're global originals, to pick up these units and add them to your roster if you're really looking for them. Personally, I don't think I'm going to take a stab at it, because unless they offer to me for guaranteed, for maybe free gems, maybe that's a consideration, but I highly doubt that will ever happen, since the are type of units that they generally want to make a lot of money off of the player base. So for those of you who've been waiting on Dwayne and Frevia to return, perhaps this is your opportunity come Wednesday. Alright, so that's all the time I have for this video. I want to thank y'all for watching. I want to thank y'all for the support. And to reward you guys for coming all the way to the end, I'm going to do my free summons. Let's go ahead and do my 10 free X daily summons for Monday News Day. Alright, here we go. So the only thing I'm looking forward to now is obviously Cora. I'm not exactly sure if she's actually in this. She should be, right? So I do have a chance here. I have 3 chances. But actually, what am I saying? Even if they do turn rainbow, the chance of being Sakura is literally 1 out of... Wow, I can't even imagine what are the odds at this point, since there are so many units now in this game. But I'll guarantee you, my natural reaction if Sakura is I would jump out of the seat, scream like crazy, and most likely I will have to edit. Alright, Marielle. I'm actually really looking for Fina, because I really need to finish Fina. Revises. By the way, Revis is actually a really good tank. Here we go. Okay, all that for nothing. Okay, but Shell is still good. I think Shell is an excellent staple, if you will, now for match play. So if you're looking for Shell, she's definitely, it's a unit that you should probably actively seeking out to build for match play. But of course, you're probably gonna have to spend a lot of resources to build her. And from what I was told, by the way, last season's class match, the top winner was supposed to be a free-to-play player who essentially dedicated that entire account to being successful at match play. Now that's some serious dedication. We can skip this one for sure, because there's only 1 unit. Look at that. Speaking of Shell. So until next time, take care of yourself, all your loved ones. Nashtaters out of here. Take care.